You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's The Following After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's The Following After Show.
Welcome, everyone, to The Following, Episode 6, Season 2. Fly away. With Lenny Kravitz. We're flying away with Lenny Kravitz.
Oh, yeah.
I am joined, as always, by the munificent Nando Velasquez.
Oh, whoa.
Munificent.
I'm surprised because I'm never first, so
No,
thank you.
today we're going
Today I'm
on
first?
an X. It's going to be very exciting.
It's very different.
The multi-talented and currently hatted Joseph Braswell.
Hello. Hello,
He had-
YouTube.
And, of course, the lovely Julia Cearly.
Hello, everybody.
And I'm Joe Sanfelippo. It's so nice to be with you guys tonight.
What?
Nando is being beaten for whatever he's done wrong.
He always makes fun of how I say hi.
Hit him harder, man. All right, well, welcome to The Following,
Mike
Episode
Weston on
6.
me. Don't get on Mike Weston on
She
me.
did. She
I
went
got a
Mike
little
Weston on you.
man.
Episode 6, Fly Away, a.k.a. Mike Weston loses his shit and splits a dude's head open. This is so far my favorite episode this season because stuff is jumping off.
Yep.
This was awesome. Should we jump right into it?
Sure.
Sure.
Let's jump right into it. All right. So we start out, Mark is asleep and in the art barn that he has locked Emma in. And on the way out the door, he gives Emma this tender look, right? But then he sees Joe's pic that
Yep.
Emma has drawn for him last week.
We forgot to mention last.
We did,
Yeah,
we
we did.
didn't draw it. We didn't mention
He
it.
was posing to be drawn like her French girls.
Yes.
Pick me like your French girls, Jack.
Draw me
Or
like,
like Titanic, like, what's her
what I
name?
just
Kate
said.
Winslet, Titanic.
That's the joke
That's
she's
the joke.
making.
Oh, yeah.
Draw me like your French girls, Jack.
She's making it more subtler than you is.
Are you listening,
I like to
Nando?
get
Are you
blunt.
listening?
I like to get all
Show.
blunt.
Anyway,
Like
so
Titanic.
we should let Nando know when we're going to make a joke in the future so he's aware of it coming up and so we can get on.
We should try that.
Yeah, write them all down. So Mark is asleep in the art barn. He's leaving Emma, and we get to see a pic of Joe that Emma drew, and we see Mark's face change a little bit. A little bit of that love goes away.
We also see that they weren't really locked in the art.
No.
No, Mark had the keys the whole time.
Yes, he did. Sneaky bastard.
Yeah.
And
Not
he-
sexy, creepy. Sneaky
No.
bastard, that one.
Right?
I much prefer the other twin.
You like the batter twin.
I do.
Oh,
Bad boy. I don't
like-
like the slick back hair.
I
They're
feel
the
like
same guy.
they're the same guy, first of all.
Different hairstyle.
Sam Underwood's tearing it up, and it really is. It's up to the costumers, I guess, how he gets his hair did. Because if his hair's pulled back, sexy creepy.
Then
If
he's
it's
sexy,
down,
creepy. What did I just call him?
I don't remember. Just
Sneaky bastard.
Sneaky bastard. So-
It does remind me a little bit of like in the 80s when they have like the evil twin show up and you have like a mustache or a goatee.
right.
But they're both evil.
I'm Bart Braswell. Bart. Where's Joe? This is Bart.
Next time you decide to grow a mustache,
twin.
your new name's Bart.
Bart
Next time.
Braswell.
Bart Braswell.
Bart Braswell is an international man of mystery. I don't know. Bart Braswell.
Twin.
Oh man. All right, so we follow Mark down the hall to Luke. Luke is in bed, and he's telling Mark that it's all good, but he's in bed with a dead Giselle.
A very, very dead Giselle.
She's not dead. She's sleeping.
Oh my God.
Well, the whole like
His parents not dead. He's not. He's resting.
he cracks the door like, hey man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Partying.
He's sweating actually.
Well, he's having a conversation within already. You
Yeah.
can hear it through the door.
He's like, oh man, yeah. Yeah, that was no good.
Hanging out. That's what he does.
So Mark's got the happy slappy. What do you call it?
Hapaphobia?
Oh, hapaphobia.
Hapaphobia.
Yes. And Luke's got the necrophilia.
So
Yes.
Yeah.
Mark doesn't like to have people touch him first, and Luke only likes to sleep with dead people. So
That-
I feel like it's something similar there.
Yeah, I think it can be
yeah,
safely said these
absolutely.
boys are a little screwed up.
Yeah.
Not too well adjusted.
No, not kids you want to bring home.
Yeah.
We got a new form of crazy in Luke.
This is deep, man.
Episode.
Is this the first necrophiliac on primetime television?
I'm not sure. What's
Well,
the
we did have him. Well, you mean this character, not this one scene?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's also like, I mean, with the act. I mean, they didn't show them doing it, but she's in bed. He peeks at her.
Well, they had the
sweaty.
blonde girl in episode 1. Was that episode
Yeah,
1?
that was episode 1.
But he didn't sleep with her because I don't think they said they didn't find.
They didn't find anything.
Yeah, so I think he just likes
they
to
could
cuddle.
be more intimate with just touching, or
He
he
just-
said something
He
along
just likes
those
to
lines.
touch. So again, interesting that
But he
one
said-
person doesn't want
You
living
know, we had
people
that
to touch
weird
him.
vibe going on. We're exploring it now.
That weird, like, when you're dead,
I
I'm
wish
going to do
everyone on
things to you.
Everyone should be watching this one.
Oh, my
just
goodness.
for that face, Joe.
I love.
Or shall I say Bart?
Yes. Well,
Was that Bart Bradwell?
yeah, when the bad comments come out.
Man.
I
I'm
love.
blaming on Bart.
Bart!
I loved how he
Social
said.
connections.
I loved how he said. She's not. She's just sleeping. She's just sleeping. And then finally, he's like, Ryan already killed him.
Right. It didn't
Like,
take long.
switch, yeah.
For him to catch up to reality. And we find out that Luke is really, really pissed about Ryan Hardy killing Giselle. Although, let's be fair, Giselle had it coming. She said that she killed Max.
Yeah.
Which she didn't, but I mean, why tell a guy who's got nothing left to
What do you
lose that
think
you
he's
killed
gonna
his...
do?
Right?
Hot
You're like,
French girl dead.
Well, okay, I'm out.
Yeah,
Then.
I think you overplayed your hand, Giselle. That's all I'm saying.
Never trust
We're
Frenchie.
running low on Frenchies.
Yeah, I think we're going through them pretty quick.
I don't think there's any left at the end
No.
of this episode.
Done.
What's my man name? Frenchie Part 2?
Sammy?
Sammy Redshirt?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
ABD?
ABD.
He popped out pretty cool, like, ha!
Yeah.
AFBD, another French brother down.
Oh,
Yeah.
AFBD. I like
There
that
you
one.
go, AFBD.
Well, however he stabbed Ryan in the back, didn't do a very good job. Seems like he was stabbed over the shoulder. It was very, yeah. Well, we'll get there in a second.
Yes.
So then we go back to the FBI super duper command, and they do not believe, no matter what Mike Weston tells them, they will not believe that Joe is alive. And they're breaking down all the ways that Joe is not alive. Although the picture is pretty goddamn clear. That is Joe.
Right.
But they're not buying it.
And they know that that Mandy in the picture is a daughter of one of his followers.
I don't understand.
Guys.
Didn't make any sense.
Fucking FBI.
Oh, FBI WTF. They're an enormous collection of monkeys in this show.
Yeah.
It's true.
I just watched-
40-person command center, and they can't figure out nothing.
I just watched the Born Legacy last night with my man Ed Norton and his Crisis Suite, and they were breaking shit down. Like
Boom,
within
boom,
45
boom.
minutes, they're like, get me those files. Dita, put that on the screen.
Done.
Like, no problem. In this show, is he alive? Is he dead?
I don't know. I'm looking at there's a website here that says it's unbelievable. I don't know what they're doing.
They need Ed Norton and Dita in the Crisis Suite.
Yeah, they need four fewer flat screens and one Ed Norton.
We still don't know 100% if Mendez is in on if there really is a mole in the FBI or if it just leads to Jana.
Who's her ex-wife?
Yeah, who's her ex-wife or ex-partner. Yeah, so we still don't. There still is that little bit of ambiguity.
So we're not sure if Mendez is good or
In
100%,
bad.
on it,
yeah.
or she's just.
Well, I mean,
There's
why
still a
would
little bit of
Jana
that.
just have all this information just because her ex-wife is
Very
running the
true.
show? It's not like she goes, hey, ex-honey,
I'll-
guess what I'm doing
I'll
right
be
now?
home a little late because we
I'm
have
gonna
to
go
go-
look for Joe. He's about to take off in an airplane, right in New Haven or wherever the fuck they
Yeah.
are. Like, why
Stanford,
would
yeah.
she know?
On
Stanford.
Vincent,
Stafford,
it's right on Vincent Road, whatever it is.
Yeah. Why would she know this?
Too much information.
All right, so we know we got a leak. The question is the leak through Mendez or is it just Jana? Is it Jana?
And Mendez
Jana.
Jana.
was very keen to say, you think it's a mole or was it incompetence for the FBI mucking up the whole thing last season?
Well, let's be honest.
So, deflect.
That was the reviews primarily from our viewers and everyone else. The FBI is clearly incompetent.
And just to say, I'm not saying Mendez is a follower or whatever, but I'm just saying that there still is that possibility.
Well, you had a moment with a long-standing belief of yours.
Yeah, you guys noticed it before I did.
I even stopped the show.
Yeah, you totally did.
I must say, this is Joe Braswell, not Bart. I must say that I feel like you may be vindicated in some small way.
Eventually, I think I will be vindicated.
I think that something is brewing with Mike
That
Weston.
day I
those
will
of
be
you-
running all over the studio.
For those of you who don't recall, Nando Velasquez has a long-standing belief that Mike Weston is a super secret follower under incredibly deep cover, and
He's gotten 2 seasons and 19 episodes.
And I refuse to let it go.
So today we had a very exciting moment when Ryan calls up Mike and he says, "Bring the cavalry, bring ATF, NSA, everyone you can find, helicopters, not even have to be bulletproof, doesn't matter. Bring every helicopter, bring everyone." And then who shows up at the door? Mike Weston, rolling solo, and Joe and I were like, "Oh my God, he is." After all this time, Nando Velasquez will be vindicated, and maybe
But
not so
not
much.
just that moment when he was still on the phone with Ryan and they're about to hang up and he goes, wait, is Joe Carroll there?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you have to
That's
admit,
Is Joe Carroll there? I'll be there.
Yeah. Every time Mike Weston hears Joe Carroll, it's kind of like the dogman from Up. He's like, squirrel?
Yeah.
It really is. Joe Carroll.
Yeah. It's true.
It really is. So, I mean, there's definitely something there. And I don't think it's just this mad revenge plot that Weston seems to want to do with everybody else and, like, kill everybody else.
Well, yeah, he's a follower, right?
I'm telling you. I'm just
All
saying.
right.
You guys don't have to agree with me. No, I don't mind. I don't mind being in the minority because I know when I'm right, I can just laugh at you, and I can laugh at you, and I can laugh at you, and I can laugh at you.
All right,
anybody else that doubts me.
So we have Mike Weston en route, and then we cut to Joe and Lily in bed. And this scene to me is interesting because Joe has killed his college co-ed. He's drank his bourbon. He has banged Lily within an inch of her life. He's gotten all of his urges sassified. Yeah. So now we're all done with we've exorcised all the demons. So now we're clear-headed. And now we're going to find out, does Joe want to hang with Lily or not? And Lily tells Joe her plot, right?
Yeah. She has a plan.
She has a plan.
She has it mapped
Clearly,
out.
Joe is into the plan. I did like they had the smeared blood stains all over the room. Did you notice that?
I didn't notice.
Yeah.
That was a wild night, especially according to Mandy.
Yeah.
Wild night.
Oh
yeah.
Man.
The doors are thick, and I can still
They had sex.
I love. Emma comes in and like everybody knows. Like, what's going on? People had sex. Joe's upstairs in the room. It's like, how much more obvious can you be?
Oh. Well.
Yeah, anyway.
Well, Lily unfolds her entire plot, right? We're going to go to Venezuela. I've got the private jet boarded. We're going to take a plane to the jet.
To Boston, and then Boston to Venezuela, where she has a house which is much grander and more beautiful than this one on the ocean.
Wow.
On the coast.
Yes. And she could paint her masterpiece, and he could write his next masterpiece, and they'll be artsy, fartsy, and in love and killing things. It's a plan with the family, with the whole fam.
Joe didn't seem like he was all that excited. He said, much to consider.
Yes.
She didn't like that at all.
No.
He doesn't like to be controlled.
No, I will not be
Joe
controlled.
Carroll what the F to do.
What did he say? I'm Joe's pet. Isn't that what he said to the Russian chick? You can't.
Yeah,
shoot,
I'm Lily's
you
pet.
can't shoot me. I'm Lily's pet.
Yes.
Yeah. Can't. Ooh. He didn't like it. He didn't like it one little bit.
She didn't like it, but he didn't like it.
No. What did she say? What else are you gonna do? You know. Basically, she had him wrapped up the way she wanted them. This was all her push.
That sounded frighteningly familiar with many arguments I've had with the opposite sex. Where when you have that moment, Joe, you know what I'm talking about, when you have that moment where you think like you think you're saying something pretty benign. It's like that's much to consider. Much to consider. What are you considering, motherfucker? I just told you what we doing.
told you what's happening.
I told you what's happening. Ain't nothing to consider.
Well, I don't know what you think game we're playing.
I just much to consider.
You got to admit though, Joe, this is a different Joe that we're seeing this episode.
I like him a lot better.
Yeah, he's definitely got his mojo back.
Yes, Joe got the
mojo
last
week. Yeah, after what happened last week, it looks like he's got some mojo.
Yeah.
I like this guy a lot better. I don't like Joe under. Nobody puts baby in a corner. What's that?
You don't like Boone County, Arkansas, Joe?
I didn't like Boone County Joe, and I didn't like Dapper Dan Joe that kills the co-ed tied up for him. You know what? Nobody puts baby in a corner. I don't like Joe being told what to do. I like Joe wanting to want stuff. We talked about this last week. That's my opinion. I like this Joe.
And I like Joe reunited with Emma.
Yes.
You know, they are two very like-minded individuals.
Yes.
They are in this together.
Absolutely. Yeah. That was
when he does his best work.
Absolutely. You and me, it's just the two of us. Well, you know, we get to see another side of Lily here. When Joe and Lily are done talking, Lily's going to go down the hall to deal with this whole deal with Giselle. But you get to really see a little mustn't F with mommy when Luke is flipping out and
doing his Top Gun acting.
Yeah,
Top Gun actor.
It's fine acting job by Luke.
We'd established that one brother has hapophobia and the other one has acting crazy.
Yes.
So we
a masterclass, folks, in acting crazy.
I don't know crazy. Is that like that?
That's how we landed.
Here's what I discovered, and this is Mark, great actor. Luke, not so much a great actor.
It's the same guy.
Ironic,
huh? What?
It's the same guy.
What?
It's the same guy.
No,
Bart Braswell, ladies and gentlemen.
No, actually, I really do think that the performance is a good performance, and there's some over the top campy moments, and it's a really kind of fun performance.
But it's kind of an over the top campy show sometimes, so it works. It fits.
I think I agree with that.
Yeah,
but he has definitely created two very separate individuals with two very separate hairstyles.
Yes.
just to help us along for the ride.
Well, that's important because you know, and it's very.
Well,
I think it's
you know
useful.
what? I don't have a twin, but I imagine I'd want my own individuality. I would have a different hairstyle than my twin.
I always wanted a twin. I always thought twin would always understand me. I'd be like, "Hey, twin, here's this," and he'd be like, "I totally get it."
I know. You know, Bart and I have this conversation. The thing, one of the guys is shirtless all the time, though. Luke,
as well, he should be.
And Mark is not. So
Mark does not have a good body.
Continue, Joe. I'm sorry.
He doesn't work out nearly as much.
It's rough. Mark takes his shirt off. He looks like a 40-year-old man. It's rough. All right, so we get the mustn't F with mommy scene. We get another side of Lily. We get to see Lily tough. We get to see her like dealing with stuff. And we get Ryan and Max trying to figure out when Mike Weston arrives. What the hell, Mike? Where is everybody? And then Mike drops it on us. Hey, you were right. There was a mole in the FBI. No questions asked. FBI WTF, by the way. Enormous. And then we're cut back, and Mandy does blow it for Mandy blows Emma's mind. It's so sad.
She's so matter of fact about it too.
And there's so much Boone County coming out in that girl.
Oh, like we haven't seen before. But you know, I think that's what you get with a daughter of a prostitute. You know, it's just sex. You know, that's just what he's doing.
I was thinking the same thing when she said that. It's
you
like,
know, they had a good time. I could hear it.
That's
yeah.
a good point.
She hears this all the time.
That's true, and she hears it in a trailer or that little house. I don't know if it was a trailer, but probably thinner walls, I would imagine.
But I did feel that when she said that to Emma, there was a bit of a, you know, like she was teasing Emma a little bit.
Oh,
like,
I really thought that she was just kind of like, they had sex. That's what they do.
Well, she seemed to be a little happy telling Emma that. So I almost feel like there's still a little rivalry between the two of them.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, then she. Yeah.
I mean, you know, we'll talk about it more in the episode because I think we didn't see it too much toward the end because then they were all on the run with Joe. But definitely the few times that we saw them in the beginning, it seemed like there's still a little.
Well, then she saw Joe with Emma being all tender and touching her face, and then that's when she turned around and went to the new mama
and ratted it out.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Let's talk about that for a second.
That's a good point.
Yeah, because she just wants to belong, you know, and she sees Joe and Emma in that really intimate moment, which is what she had with Joe.
Yeah.
After she killed Mom. And
she thinks Emma's her replacement.
Well, and not only that, she's like, I like this house. I like this stuff. I like these people. These people are stable. This is, I want to hang out. What the hell, Joe?
That was a great little scene, though. Pretty well acted by Valerie and Purfor. That scene where Joe sort of re-seduces Emma.
Yeah.
And Emma gets seduced. And
lots of good lines there too.
Both very well acted. I will say.
Well, it's she's his only friend, right?
Yeah.
High time I stop pretending what I'm not. I'll only disappoint a new set of people.
Yeah, a lot of confessions in there.
I don't have much time. So he was like, talking about, I don't have much time, but he's got an epic plan. So
epic plan.
Yeah.
Of course he does.
And he promises his loyalty, even though he just banged Lily. And he promises never to take her for granted again, even though he just banged Lily.
And he called her M.
And he called her M.
Oh, he did call her
And he
M.
finally admitted, I'm no writer.
Yeah.
The person who wrote this ass crap book, but still was better than me.
Up to this point, he has been dealing with issues of failure and disappointment. He's talked about it at length. So just to have someone who, I don't know if he's saying it so she'll be like, oh, no, Joe, you're great. I don't know.
No, I feel
or
like,
is he like really confessing it openly? Like, this is really how I feel because you're the only one who really knows me, understands me, and I can talk to you about it.
Who knows? But I do. It's probably the latter. But I do think it was part of his his seduction, manipulation kind of thing. I mean, he needs allies. Frankly, he has to start from scratch. Joe Carroll is not Joe Carroll if he's by his own. He needs followers. That's why the show's called The Following. So I think that that's it. So. I mean, we'll
Thanks,
figure
Bart.
this out. Yeah, that was Joe. Sorry.
That was 100% Joe Braz.
Thanks,
Joe.
I gotta say, I loved that scene in the hotel there, where Mike and Ryan they have a little plan there for our boy Luke. Luke gets hit in the dome by a 2x4.
That was awesome.
Boom. Good night.
Not once.
Yeah.
Twice.
But twice.
Yeah.
Weston is not done with Luke.
Hey pal, what is it? Hey psycho, what do you call him?
Hey, punk.
Hey punk.
Hey punk. Get off my lawn.
Weston was badass in this one.
He threw it down, and then he loses it in the end. I mean, I've become what I have behold, and I was content that I have done right. He goes a little nuts. He gets crazy. He splits Luke's head. Well, we get there.
Head open, yeah.
We get excited.
We get very excited.
We did see a definite darker side of our guy Mike.
Yes.
Definitely, and I think it's interesting with regard to Luke. He said something to Max I thought was absolutely profound. He said, "You have perfect lips," which I do feel we should point out is totally true.
We agree.
So there's that, Luke.
I
Thank
agree
you.
too.
All right.
And
she ain't no slouch.
no, nothing wrong with those lips.
I wouldn't toss her out of the motel room. I mean, if I was shot in bed like Ren Hardy. Never.
She was your.
Shut up, Bart.
All right. So we get our phone call. Ryan has our boy Luke call to Lily and try to make the deal. Listen, all I want is Joe Carroll. Right. So Ryan has Luke and he calls Lily and he lets her know. Listen, all I want is Joe. Trade me Joe for Luke. And as it turns out, Ryan was never under any delusions that Joe was going to show up at this thing. But our girl Lily drugs Joe. Which I think is, what do you think? Is that the straw that breaks Joe's back with regard to their relationship? Do you think it was broken beforehand, or the drugging is the end of it?
I think that's definitely the straw.
It was broken before.
You
think so?
I think he noticed a certain kind of crazy that he didn't really want to deal with when they were lying in bed and she was laying out the Venezuelan plans. But then that was the final straw. That was the excuse.
Right. Well, there's a lot of this whole Joe needs to be in control. Lily's clearly making the plans. I've got this laid out. I've got the house. I've got your clothes picked out. It's like the whole thing. He doesn't want any of that. Yeah. And then she drugged him. So she can't be trusted.
Got it. And her whole plan is you can write, I'll paint. And he's like, well, I can't write anyway. We already established that.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? When she gave him the drink at the beginning of the episode after they had sex, I even called it. I called it from that first drink. I was like, oh, drugs. Yeah. Poison, drugs, and then she did it later on in that episode. I was like, right on that one too. Yep. So there you go. Pat on the back.
Don't break your arm. Don't break your arm.
You did good. I'm not going to reach that far. I'm not going to reach that far.
So we know that now, who was going with Lily was taking. Lily took Mark and some random guy, right? They
took an innocent.
She took an innocent
to the dam, and then we leave at home. We leave the Russian gal and. Sam? No.
Sammy, and oh god, I can't remember.
I can't remember her name either. Well, she got stabbed by a poker. She's done anyway.
Yeah.
We don't have to remember.
With explicit instructions to if Emma and Mandy give them problems, just to kill them.
Kill them.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah. Explicit instructions.
I have a tough time feeling any empathy for the Russian chick. She don't have much empathy for anybody else. She sat there and bled out. Ryan,
Ryan didn't have any empathy for her. Joe Carroll sure didn't have any empathy for her.
No, he stuck her good with that poker. Boom, done.
Poker? I barely know her.
Oh! Bart, get the hell out of my studio.
Get out of here. Bart.
All right, so Emma and Mandy find a drug Joe, and they try to bring him back. And then we cut to the dam scene with the guns. And I got to ask... What the F was going on on the?
It was a reverse, Mexican standoff situation.
Got a little muddy there.
Yeah,
it got a little muddy. Well, first of all, Lily's calling for Ryan, of course, and what do you call it? Weston is giving a flat tire to the SUV, hidden in back. So then he comes out, points a gun over at Mark,
right,
and puts his gun down. And then, because he doesn't want the innocent to get hurt either, but I guess he just wants to show his face. So then all of a sudden, Lily calls Mark to put his gun down.
That's what I didn't understand.
Even though they had leverage, she still asked Mark to put... I get that she's trying to save her other son, but I still felt you have the leverage right now. Why are you putting the? Why are you telling your other son to put the gun down? It's the
opposite of every John Woo, Quentin Tarantino movie when they're like, drop it, you drop it, you drop it, you drop it. This one pick it up, you pick it up.
Everybody dropped it.
Let's walk away. I'm just going to drop it faster. I don't have a gun. I don't have a gun either. I do.
We have to rewind that because we didn't understand it. The logic in that.
Yeah.
We were sitting here screaming at the. I would love to be in the writer's room on that one. We're gonna flip the script. No.
Well, for a second, I thought Mike was the follower right then. It's like all of a sudden they're dropping guns, and it's like everyone's dropping guns, so Mike's part of the plan. I was
but it did change from the Mexican standoff to the with the.
Is that become a Portuguese?
Stab who better?
I was gonna say a Puerto Rican standoff.
Oh, thanks.
Racist part. Get out of here. I'm sorry. That's so horrible.
What is up with this show?
I'm a racist? God.
I'm not sure.
All right, Nando, I apologize to you and
everybody,
every Puerto Rican.
Thank you.
All Puerto Ricans. But it became a knife standoff, which was kind of cool.
Yes.
And I like our boy Weston. When Lily stabs the innocent, that's his new title, by the way, the innocent. We'll just call him that. He throws a couple into Luke there.
Stab.
Boom, boom. Hits him
like
twice.
that?
And try it again, bitch. You said, right?
Try it again,
Try
bitch.
it again.
Yeah.
bitch.
Who is this new Mike Weston?
I love this new Mike
The way he
Weston.
stabbed him too, it felt
super
it
shaky.
prison.
It was quick, but it felt like almost surgical. Like
It
he
was
knew where
super
he was like
shaky.
aiming for certain spots. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was really weird.
Well, obviously, because the dude just will not die.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
is he the motherfucking Terminator?
What is Luke
Dude
made of?
We had,
will
we had
not die.
let's see, we had the bulletproof helicopter in season 1.
Now we got a bulletproof twin.
My man was like shot.
Shot 4 times in the chest.
Well, okay, first he's
Stabbed.
beat with the 2x4
2x4.
twice, and then punched in the face multiple
times.
times.
That's right, in the car.
And now he's stabbed,
Right.
and then he's shot,
And he gets up
and then
and
he's
tackles
like,
him.
boom, boom, boom
Face
in the
cracked
face.
open.
Go, 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 go,
No,
go,
but
go,
after
go.
he's shot, he jumps up to like tackle
oh,
Weston.
that's right. He
But he
jumps
makes
up
it to the
tackle.
hospital.
Yeah. He jumps up to tackle Weston, then gets beaten the crap out.
He's
His
hard to
face
kill.
is
Like his face is actually beaten in.
Luke is being played by another actor right now because he's totally unrecognizable.
That
It's
is,
like really terrible.
Hard to kill like Steven Seagal, Joe Flippo.
That was some straight Terminator twin action right there.
was.
Just die.
Yeah.
He kept popping up.
Your rundown has made me so happy. Stab, stab, shot, 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 boom, boom, boom. Nothing.
Nothing.
So we've learned that psychos are durable.
Yeah.
Right.
Are durable, yes.
All right, so we've got a Luke that got the F beat out of him, but he's not done.
But he's cool.
Ryan gets into the compound. Ryan is sneaking around the compound in the most interesting FBI sneaky stance with the gun right next to his face, which makes me very uncomfortable. He probably knows
so.
things that I don't know.
And Ryan found out where the compound was because they traced that call.
They
with
traced the
Lily,
call,
right?
which
Okay.
we had a tough time figuring that out. You're right.
Yeah.
But that's a real stance, you know, sights and everything else.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
It's the new
So-
improved Ryan Hardy. Don't
This is
forget.
it. He doesn't need that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So Ryan is in the compound, and our guy Sammy
Sammy.
leaps at him.
ABD.
And another brother
AFBD.
down.
Was he actually wearing a red shirt?
No,
I
it
said
was
that
not.
last week.
I don't think he was.
That was last week.
Last week, okay.
That was last week, the red shirt.
But
It was
he
quick.
he goes down rough.
Yeah.
And he's
goes
the
down
last official member of the family that wasn't really that important that's
Yes.
dead.
Yeah. At this
And
point,
now we just have the twins.
Just the twins and Lily now.
at this point, we're out of red shirts. We've gone through them all.
Yes.
At the end of
Ryan's doing some.
And Ryan's got his kill count's pretty high up. His kill count is bigger than Joe Carroll's kill count
for this season, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how many's Ryan? He's got both the French twins,
and
Giselle. Who else has he got? Anybody else?
I think that's it right now.
No, oh no, the Russian girl was Joe.
Yeah, it
So
was
Joe's
Joe.
got 2.
Yeah.
Joe's got 3, 3, 3, and 3. Because Joe's
Oh,
got.
neck and neck.
Oh, because he's got
Boone County.
Oh, no, he's got 4 because he's got the sheriff too. Boone County, the sheriff.
Oh, not the sheriff,
No,
the
the
priest.
I mean the priest. That's what I meant. The priest. Yeah.
You're right. Joe's got
Priest.
4.
Wow.
Although he didn't kill Mama. Mandy killed Mama.
Oh, Mandy killed Mama. So you're
3.
right. 3 and 3.
So Joe's got 3. Ryan's got 3.
Oh my God. We got
We
to do a
should keep
scorecard
counting.
on this one.
Okay, so we'll keep counting.
Yeah.
So far, by our count, we got 3 and 3.
And Weston wants to play the game apparently too.
Yeah,
He's
Weston's
got-
got
dying
about
to get
half.
Well, Weston isn't very good
He's
because
not very
he
good.
can't
Well,
kill one.
I don't know if he's not very good
Try
or
as
just
he
Luke
might.
is just indestructible.
Yeah, you got to pick a better target than Luke apparently, because
Yeah.
you can beat Luke with 2x4s and shoot him in the chest and he don't go down.
Yeah, it's a slick back here.
All right, so Weston, we're going to give him a half. So right now, as our count stands, Joe at 3, Ryan at 3, and Weston at 1/2.
Even the person Weston
Mandy
shot.
at 1.
Mandy
And
won.
Mandy's
at
got
1.
1.
Even the person, the follower that Weston shot in the safe house in Jersey, he didn't kill her. He maimed her.
Yes, he maimed her.
yeah.
Shoulder
Yeah,
shot.
yeah.
Shoulder shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Weston is bad.
Just can't commit.
He's freaking
Just like a man.
Looks more badass than all of them combined and can't do it.
Can we talk about what's happening to Weston though? I mean, what do we think?
Yeah.
will
Yeah,
happen?
let's talk about that.
Because I mean, obviously, he's there's something they're teasing it all like, "Are you okay, buddy?" I'm fine. So obviously, he's 2x4ing, he's stabbing, he's beating the shit out of.
Now, he beats Luke in a very uncomfortable
Right,
way.
but is
like
it-
that's like Apocalypse Now beating or
the look on his-
Platoon. I'm sorry, Platoon beat
what's
down.
happening? Is this a PTSD thing from last season? Is it like revenge because he saw old girl get buried alive? Is he beginning to like the feeling of killing? Are we gonna see Mike Weston sort of turn into someone who enjoys this sort of thing? I mean, what's happening with him?
Well, I don't know. I think my personal opinion, my theory here is he's latched on to believing that if we do it through the FBI, if we do it through channels and we do it right, it's going to work. And then when he finds out that the FBI, A, doesn't even believe that Joe's alive despite all the evidence to the contrary, B, is clearly infiltrated by somebody, there's a leak somewhere, I think that his faith in it, his faith in what he's kind of latched onto, is believing in this thing, is gone. And so now he's kind of adrift. And maybe when he's adrift and he wants justice, he goes out and he gets it himself.
Yeah, but there's an enjoyment. There's something happening with him. He wants to hurt people.
Yeah.
And he likes it. I don't know.
I mean, we saw in the beginning of the season, he was really reaching out to Ryan. You know, he wanted someone to talk to. They were the only ones who had gone through this together. So I don't know if he really received the therapy he needed or the outlet that he needed to work through what they went through last season, because he got the shit beat out of him last season.
He did.
If you remember in that tunnel,
that's true.
Like, that was nasty business.
Yeah.
He got beat up bad.
Well, real bad.
Roderick and his boys. Was it Roderick or was it the?
It was Roderick and
his
boys. Yeah. Well, here's what I see. I see every single time, like I said before, every single time Joe Carroll's name comes up, Weston just perks up, and it's not. Dad. And it's just weird how he perks up. Yeah, it's like Dad. I said that as a joke. I'm like, Dad. But it's true. It just perks up in a weird way. And he did get his ass handed to him last season. He got beaten up terribly by Joe's followers. So maybe, just maybe, he is like a secret part of Joe's plan from the start, but now he's showing he's still showing no mercy to his followers. I'm just putting it out there. I just think I predict, and we're not the predictions yet, but I predict that when we finally see Mike face to face with Joe, we might see a turn.
So you think that Joe?
I think once Mike sees Joe, we will see his true intention. And I'm telling you right now, it's not revenge.
Okay, I'll go down the rabbit hole a little bit with you. I'll go down the place where Mike Weston's maybe broken, and maybe Joe. He's in a position now for Joe to swoop in and mess with him a little bit,
because he was all about Ryan Hardy. Now he's a little maybe jaded from Ryan Hardy,
but I don't think he is, because when Ryan called Mike, I sensed a little bit of like he was honored when he said, "You called me?"
Right.
Yeah.
That was from
he still has that little bromance with.
Well, he idolized him from the beginning, and I'm sure that hasn't gone away. And especially since Ryan has gone sort of vigilante, taking matters into his own hands when he's just being stonewalled and shot down by the FBI left and right. So maybe it's for Ryan.
It's all for you, Damien.
It's all for you, Damien. That's what I put all the time.
All right. Well, let me ask you guys a question.
So awful.
Am I the only one that loved the shot there where Ryan gets to the window, sees Joe getting into that lovely new Cadillac, and they have the eye-to-eye moment?
Yes.
They lay eyes on each other for the first time.
I love that moment.
Little Kill Bill action.
Yes.
Well, finally, Ryan is vindicated as to whether or not Joe's alive. He finally sees him face to face.
Yeah, you've been hunting this guy for over a year.
Yeah.
Right? For the third time.
And it was just interesting. Joe has this smirk and then just goes back in the car and drives off.
Ryan. I'm really kind of happy that we've done this cool thing. It's interesting. We've done this thing in this first six episodes where we've introduced this whole, international House of Psychos and the mansion and the whole group, and it's all happening, and now it's over.
Like that.
The Psychos are gone. The mansion's gone. Like, it's all over. So now we have a whole new dynamic here. We have Lily on the run. We have Joe on the run, and Joe's going to execute his epic plan, whatever the hell that is. And I like this kind of new. I like that they keep finding new ways to reset this, because again, we have we're 22 episodes, we're 6 in, so I don't know.
Is it 22?
Is it?
Because it started half season. Because last season ended up being only 14. So I have a feeling. It's since
whatever. We got a long way to go.
Well,
There's a ways to go. But
it's a great thing that the writers they've given themselves a really neat thing. We see the airplane force down. The FBI finally swings into action.
Well, I love that everyone's on their way to the airport. You got Joe convincing, or Emma calling Mark and finding out where the airport is. We got Ryan finding out from the Russian girl where the airport is. We got Lily on her way there. We got the FBI notified, and we got Joe getting a mysterious call about what's about to happen.
It's like I'm dating myself. A mad world.
I was gonna say like Cannonball Run. I guess I'm not as old as you, because Mad World is an older reference.
It's all right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know. It's Bart's favorite movie.
Bart's favorite movie.
Yeah.
Bart Braswell loved it.
2 thumbs up, Bart Braswell, AfterBuzz. But I did love that whole comic scene where everyone's going to this little itty bitty airstrip to stop the plane,
and the pilot gets out, and he's I don't know about you, I'm not a pilot, but clearly. But if I got out of a little 5 or 6 seater that I was taking off at a small airstrip, and there's 4,700 FBI agents, the first words out of my mouth would not be, "I haven't been paid."
I'm not paid.
Why wouldn't you have stopped earlier? Like he was really gonna go for that.
Why are you going for it?
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
It's just you, dude.
I see one siren to shut down. I don't know.
I would shut it down. Yeah.
I see a cop miles away, and I think I must have done something awful.
I wouldn't. You hop out.
See me going through the TSA line, like, oh God, what am I packing? I don't know.
This guy's a little too much GTA 5.
That was pretty good stuff.
A little Grand Theft Auto 5, because that's what I would do in
that
game.
You try and go for it.
Well, yeah, you try to take off.
Because you're a gangster like that.
Well, I love you, hop out. Which one of you guys got my check?
I know, exactly.
That was good stuff.
I didn't get paid, guys.
So we know that Jana is Agent Mendez's ex-wife.
Who we remember is Leslie Bibb.
And so she obviously tipped off Joe to the whole scene. And then we get the magical phone call. Now here's my question about the phone call. So Joe calls Lily from the car, and he doesn't.
No, Lily calls Joe.
Lily calls Joe. Pardon me.
Distraught.
And what he says, put it on speaker.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think? Do you think he says put it on speaker? Is that because he wants Emma and Mandy to know?
Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't think that was a legit call, or do you think that was just for them? Or do you think it's somewhere in between?
Oh, you're going like it was a show.
Like I think it's. I'm saying maybe it was a show.
His epic plan is going to be a double reverse, and Lily and I had this planned all along.
After Lily went batshit crazy after that call, I don't think so.
Well, no. I don't know. Like, why wouldn't you take it on the? I don't know. Why you put it on speaker?
Maybe it was just to prove his loyalty. He said he was going to prove his loyalty.
You ever with a bunch of friends and someone calls and you're like, oh, I'm going to have fun with this guy. You want to hear this? I'm going to have fun with them. Put it on speaker.
I don't do
and
that.
you just have little prank calls. You never done that? In high
You're
school?
an awful human being.
You know who's...
I'm never calling you
Check
again.
This out. Oh, it's Brad.
Julia, there's Brad. Check this out, guys. I'm going to put it on speaker.
You know we've learned about Nando.
I won't call him.
Nando Velasquez. A-hole.
If I'm on speaker, you know something's up.
That's right.
Nando, it's Joe. Take me off speaker.
But you know, when you, I was gonna say, when you have a call on speaker, usually it's very proper etiquette to go, hey, I'm putting you on speaker. I'm on the phone here with Braz and Flippo and Julia.
And Bart.
You can speak, and Bart, you can speak freely now. But he didn't do that. He just said, hello, Lily. Hello, Lily. I know that Luke means something to you, but I wasn't fond of him.
You drugged me, Lily, and he's done, and it was cold, and it was rough.
Yeah. So of course he's like, I want you guys to hear this.
In her darkest moment, as all of her children are dying around her, and she's left with the lamest one of all.
Wow.
But I think she liked him the best.
This is kind of prediction-y, but I don't want to. We could do something.
We're almost there.
But what's going to happen to Lily?
Well, here's what I think is going to happen.
I mean, they've cut her all off, right? But she's got to get out of the country for anything to happen.
Are we getting there then?
Well, I'm just I'm talking.
I think it's the writers are giving themselves a really cool thing, because now you got Lily, who could theoretically want revenge on Ryan, which according to the
she's got to rescue Luke.
Or she maybe she wants revenge on Joe eventually because she's mad at him. So then you got Joe maybe going after Lily, going after Ryan, who's going after Ryan, who's going after Joe, who's going after Lily. I love it. I love it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I have a little prediction about it, which I'll just do anyway.
Well, wait, hold on. Let's just go there. We're done.
Like we're there.
We're there. Well, let's go to predictions.
Should we mention
your AfterBuzz TV prediction?
Before we go to predictions,
to say something.
No, I mean, should we mention this goofy, kind of like obviously brewing love affair thing between Max and Mike Weston?
Well, I mean, he held the door open for her, so there might be something there.
But she has a boyfriend who I think is shady.
Yeah, no.
I've said it before.
We have not seen him since the first 5 minutes of episode 1. He's not shady. That means a lot of things.
Then why did we ever even introduce him?
They didn't want to pay this guy enough. He's such a secret character. They
set him up enough that. Mark my words, Nando Velasquez.
I will put money down that guy never even shows his face again.
Mike Weston's a follower. Ask this guy.
Mike Weston's a follower, and this guy,
episodes.
Max's boyfriend, will never be seen again. If it is, it'll probably be a different actor because he will have aged too old by then or something. It'll probably be a different actor.
All right. Before we do predictions, I want to thank you all for downloading us on iTunes. And if you are downloading us on iTunes and you feel like rating us, we love, Joe, what is it we love?
We love fives.
We do love fives. If you are listening to us on iTunes and you want to check us out, go ahead and check us out on YouTube. We're not bad to look at. So thank you guys for downloading. Moving on, predictions, shall we? Or do we have any news and gossip? We didn't even talk about news and gossip.
Well, because we're going to predictions. I don't think we have anything.
All right, excellent. Let's do some predictions. Nando Velasquez.
Me first again.
Yes, you're welcome.
God, I don't know what to do.
Shots fired. Wow, again.
Sorry, if you listen to some of our other shows, Julia's usually first, and I did a little dig on that, so I apologize.
No.
To be honest, I don't know what to say right now. Now I'm really shocked. Well, here's what's
She's gonna stab you, Mike Weston status.
Here's what's really fun. Here's what's really awesome about this episode.
Bart Velasquez.
No, like we said,
Tell me all about it.
Just to be clear, Lily doesn't know that Luke is alive. Lily thinks that Luke is dead.
Right.
Right? From what we saw a little bit of next week's episode, it looks like Joe is going back to his followers. So it looks like he's found something, but although it doesn't look like everything's on the up and up with these
That was a new group. That was a different group.
A new group, some cult or something, surprisingly.
Here, you're the follower. Isn't that what they said to him?
Yeah, that's what they said, and they put like a bag over his head or something like that.
I've been to parties like that.
and we see that Max is definitely in trouble. So, yeah, my prediction...
I'm the follower now.
yeah, right? So, I guess my prediction really is, I mean... Lily, like I said, I think Lily's going to be going for... Well, obviously going for Max, but I really think right now that everybody be careful. I think Lily's going to be the craziest one out of all of them. And I actually want to disagree with you on one thing. I think that Mark is actually the more badass of the twins. Even though Luke is indestructible, I think Luke's probably going to eventually go.
Well, I've actually always said that Mark is the crazier of the two.
Okay, then I'm agreeing with you. So,
God forbid.
Mark is going to be... Stab. Mark is definitely going to be a lot more to handle than
the longest prediction in history
ever. Okay, so the prediction is never mind. Doesn't matter. Okay, so Joe, Luke's bulletproof nipples notwithstanding, what do you got for us?
And Mike Weston's
I just think that Mike Weston is something. He's gonna turn. Something's happening with him. I'm not saying he's a follower. And I'm not saying it's going to happen now.
Bart agrees with me.
But I think way down the road, maybe as a cliffhanger, maybe as a finale. I think Mike Weston's going to enjoy killing too much.
You're welcome, everybody.
He'll really enjoy killing and maybe get seduced by Joe Carroll or whoever, or maybe Joe Carroll will die and season 3 will be Mike Weston. I don't know, but Mike Weston will turn.
I got you, Julia Cearly. What are your predictions?
I'm thinking that Lily is really gonna fucking lose it, and she's gonna start to enact her revenge upon both Joe and Ryan, hitting them where it hurts the most, meaning Max, and maybe she'll try to get Emma or Mandy, whichever one she could get, and maybe, just maybe, at some point Ryan and Joe will have to work together for a hot second to save their girls.
I like that.
That's a good prediction.
Thank you, Nando.
You win predictions.
Thank you.
That's a win.
Nando.
Right
He
here.
agreed with you too.
Don't leave me hanging. That's high five. You win predictions. My prediction was going to be basically the same as Joe's, so I have nothing. All right, Joe Braswell, where can we find you, sir?
Oh, it's over. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Joe K. Braswell. You can also find me here at AfterBuzz doing the following, which is now
this one.
Hannibal, which starts soon, Bates Motel, which starts soon, Americans, which starts soon, True Detective, which is almost ending, which is fantastic.
It's a fantastic show, not fantastic that it's ending.
Yes.
No, I mean, yes, thank you.
Yes. Nando Velasquez, where can we find you, sir?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Nandovel, Nandovel. You can also find me on AfterBuzz The Following, which is now. And most of the other shows that Joe mentioned, Blacklist, Bates Motel, True Detective, and Blacklist.
And Walking Dead.
And Walking Dead, which these guys are not on.
Excellent.
Yes.
Miss Julia Cearly, where can we find you, ma'am?
Find me on Instagram and Twitter at the same name, which is my name, Julia Cearly, JuliaCearley. And with these chumps, Nando, on The Following, which is here. Why do we keep on doing that? The Blacklist, True Detective. Is that it? Is that all I got?
I already said it.
Sounds good.
Anyways, find me on Twitter.
I'm not going to rediscuss it. And I'm Joe Flippo. You can find me on the Twitters at Joe Flippo, JoeFlippo, and my website is josephsanfelippo.com. I will not tell you all the shows we do
and on
here
the following.
because we've been through this. It was a pleasure talking to you guys. We will see you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.